did I leave my... Oh, okay. Okay. Today we got 4 short videos that I want to react to. But first of all, I want to talk about something. So, I'm not even going to wait for more of y'all to come in. I'm just going to talk and you'll see. There you can watch the VOD afterwards, so it's okay. So, guys, tomorrow at 4 a.m., I will be leaving for Romania. So if you watched my Instagram story already, I've put about half an hour or maybe an hour ago, you saw that. If not, now you know. I'm leaving for Romania, so from the 19th to the 22nd, I should be gone. I'll not be streaming for that's around 3 days. I'm going there to renew my passport and set up a residency there so I can move there in April or May. Hopefully, if everything goes right. And yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see how everything pans out. I'll be letting you guys know. And yeah, man, a couple of days away from streaming, but I'm still be posting Instagram reels on Instagram and all that. My YouTube videos I'll pre-record today and edit them. So it's like 4 p.m. for me right now until 4 a.m. I'm not gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna be recording videos, editing videos, creating content for you guys, and all that's good stuff. So yeah. Anyways, with this in mind, let's head into the stream. So the video that I wanted to watch today is another one from Penguin Zero, man. We've been watching a lot of this guy lately, but he speaks a lot on news. Now this was 9 months ago, but the topic is interesting. Streamers have ruined a generation. I'm curious to see. So where do I have my fucking camera? Give me a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, watch this thing, guys.
No, public nuisance. Everyone knows that public nuisance streamers that go around harassing strangers, causing a commotion, and just making everyone's lives around them more miserable.
Sounds like somebody we know, guys. Jack Doherty sounds a lot like him.
Suck. Like, that's not a hot...
I think he's actually gonna mention him in this video.
Everyone knows that. They're just this miasma of cringe that cause everyone a massive headache. But as I and many others have pointed out for years now, they do inspire an entire generation of young viewers to be losers like them. Because they do find an audience, they do find success, they make money from it. So it becomes a career path and something that young kids want to do to try and emulate that behavior and be like them. It's fucking tragic, and now we're starting to see the results of all of this.
What exactly is it? Oh my god. Dude, I mean, come on now. You don't do that. Go around stealing people's food. Are you fucking crazy? She paid for that food. What the hell? If somebody stole my banana, I'll punch him in the face, man. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Put your hand in my food again, and I'm throwing all of your phones.
Oh my lord.
Hey, you're not touching our
She did what?
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not do that. You don't do that.
This young whippersnapper can't be older than 11
Hold on a second. Watch the fuck out. You watch the fuck out, kiddo. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
years old, and he's already becoming a scourge. He's trying to do what...
It looks like Jack Doherty's son. Actually, Jack Doherty's little brother. He's not old enough to be his son, but Jack Doherty's younger brother. I mean, yeah, that looks like a lot like him, man.
What all of the other public nuisance streamers do by just being a societal hemorrhoid. He still has his baby teeth. He hasn't even gotten his adult teeth yet, and he's already doing this shit. He just graduated from suckling milk out of his mother's bosom, and now he's trying this out of Jack Doherty's titties here. He's just trying to get that clout.
I knew he was gonna mention him sooner or later. I knew that.
Through being a piece of shit. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Charles, are you really going to be insulting an 11-year-old here? And the answer is a resounding absolutely. This needs to be squashed. You gotta put...
Yeah, I agree.
Learn that this is not acceptable at all. So absolutely, I will be insulting this kid and the entire goof troop that travels with him for these streams. Now, he has thankfully been banned for this, which is one of the very few times I've ever seen Kick ban someone. I imagine it's not a permaban, but it 100% should be. I guess we'll have to wait and see if it is. Yeah, though, this shit absolutely super sucks. So I'm doing a public service here by insulting them. Hopefully, it
Yeah.
discourages more people like this, and hopefully, this kid grows and learns that it's awful. Like it's not even good content. People are watching you because you are a clown, and they're sitting on the edge of their seat waiting for you to get your ass beat. That is your
Yeah,
entire
that's true, bro.
audience.
If I was watching him, honestly, I'd just be waiting and praying for somebody to beat his ass. That would be the only reason I'd be watching this. But I'm too busy for that dumb shit, so I don't even watch these people.
You are a fucking spittoon that they are spitting in. Why would you want that to be your whole brand? His whole stream is basically either arguing or fighting people, and this is him just taking food from a stranger's table.
That's
That lady
petty.
then goes up to confront him, and I'll show you that clip in a moment. But in the same stream, he also gets in an actual
Yo,
fist
what's up?
fight with some other kids. His whole stream is just
Chloe?
creating problems and instigating, hoping that someone will fight back, and he just yells and screams about it, or in this case, throws.
Yeah, listen, man, you don't go and steal people's food. An 11-year-old kid just goes at the restaurant and steals somebody's food and then, hey, yo, watch the fuck out because she wants her food back. Like, are you fucking crazy? And touch her food, bro. Honestly, if that was an adult, he would get his ass beat. I'm telling you that much. What are you saying? So, basically, actually, the clip is just this kid, went to this restaurant, right? And stole this woman's food right here, as you can see. Stole her food, then got confronted by it. And he said, watch the fuck out, bitch, or something like that, you know? And it's like, why would you steal somebody's food, bro? You don't do that. Come on now. What the fuck? Like, that's crazy. Holy shit, dude. So yeah, I do agree that even if he's 11 years old, he should get his ass whooped for this. Bro, I don't care if I'll go to jail. I'm 17, so I'm not even, I'm a minor myself, but I'd still beat the fuck out of him anyways. Like, holy. Chat, what do you guys think about this, man? I agree with Charlie here. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Some wet noodle punches at them. So him and his goof troop fight this other group, and they know that they're not going to get their ass beat because they're too young. So the group that's
Yeah.
taking these punches doesn't.
Yeah, so they're actually like, you know, they're using their age as an advantage, you know. They're like abusing their age, kind of, you know. Which, to be honest, I thought about it multiple times, but I never did, bro. Even when I was 16, and I would go from I was 18, etc. Why would I do that shit, you know? It's like crazy that some people do. It's like, I'm turning 18 in 2 months. I gotta be careful with the girls that I meet, etc., bro. Because as soon as I'm 18 and I meet a girl at 17, bro, I don't think that's a good idea. Even if in this country, right? Like, the law technically allows me to, I still would look actually for 18-year-olds, you know? Which is like, it's kind of scary because somebody can just use it against you so easily. And it's like incentivized to, which is crazy. So yeah, man. People can earn money through streaming. Yeah, I know that.
Actually fire back. They push him away at one point, but they don't actually swing on him because they know they would be the ones that get in trouble because this is a toddler. So they're using their age as a shield because they know there's going to be no real repercussions.
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not do that. You don't do that to people. Stop filming me.
It's a live stream. You can't stop it.
Yeah, dude, that's
Give me the
pathetic.
phone.
Now you're not touching my fucking phone. Touch my phone, I'm gonna actually do something.
What are you
about
gonna do, beat me up?
Back the fuck up. Back the fuck. I will.
Holy shit.
Kid's making
Hey.
threats to this woman, then he also has his friend, like, behind her just in case. It seems like he was contemplating sucker punching her. Like, that's what it seemed like the synapses in his brain were about to fire and tell him to do there.
Man, your 11-year-old brain doesn't think, you know? Like, bro, he's gonna look back at his shit in 10 years from now. Hopefully, if he grows up ever, he's not gonna be the next Jack Doherty, 19-year-old doing the same shit, right? Hopefully, he'll grow up from this and he'll look back at it and fucking feel bad for it. But it's like, somebody needs to stop him. Like, what the fuck are his parents doing? Oh, my 11-year-old, he's just, you know, stealing people's food and then threatening them. And since he's a minor, he's using that to his advantage. It's like, I'd beat the fuck out of him anyways. Like, what, man? Come on now. People need to learn that to respect other people. Like, this is fucking hilarious but sad at the same time, you know?
This is his whole stream with him and his friends just wandering around, making problems with complete strangers for no reason. And I'm also using the term friends very loosey-goosey here because I have a hunch that they're not actually his friends. They probably can't stand to be around this annoying shit stain. They're just here because he has some views.
Just like the Jack Doherty and his crew.
And they're trying to elevate themselves. That's typically how these stories go.
Yeah.
I think it's also worth mentioning that he has clearly been heavily inspired by Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty is another public nuisance streamer.
I knew he was gonna mention him.
Does this exact same style of content where he just travels around, makes problems, causes a ruckus, and he has a bodyguard with him so that when anyone tries to confront Jack, the bodyguard steps in and either attacks that person or scares them away and sizes them up, gets them out of there to protect Jack Doherty from the consequences of his actions while Jack peeks around the bodyguard still lobbing insults at him like, oh my God.
Yeah. Scripted content can also be possible, right? Scripted content, what do you mean? What do you mean by scripted content? Like, usually my YouTube videos, I'm on a second nuance channel, it's not scripted. Usually I go just by an idea. But on the main channel, sometimes I do have, not really a script, I just have like bullet points so I don't forget what I'm talking about because those videos are more cinematic, more professional, work more on them, you know, etc. Better edits, etc. On my second channel, I just post like raw videos, etc. Those are not scripted whatsoever. But if this is what you're asking about, yeah, I'd say that the majority of YouTubers actually script their videos. Yeah, which is true. And to be honest, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's not inauthentic, right? Sometimes I go off script and I just rant about something, right? But I just keep the bullet points to keep myself in mind about what I wanted to firstly talk about. So yeah, absolutely. Scripted streams are weird. That's what I think is weird. Script a live stream. You know what you want to do on the live stream, and it's like it's live. It's like just a chat with your audience. Like what the fuck, man? It's like I don't know. Also, like these live streams of mine, they go on YouTube on External Live, where I put all the VODs. But yeah.
Real tough guy. Also, Jack Doherty is probably about the same size as this. The reason I say that he's clearly inspired by him is because this kid also travels around with a bodyguard. That's who that dweeb with the TikTok broccoli hair was that's positioned behind the woman here. That's supposed to be this kid's muscle.
Really? No muscle, 120 pounds. That's supposed to be oh my God.
Or backup, perhaps. Maybe sidekick. I believe it's supposed to be his bodyguard, though, like Jack Doherty has. But the clear difference between Jack Doherty's bodyguard and this kid's is Jack...
Ah, so it will be decided before start stream. Some streamers just think, yeah, yeah. The thing is, some streamers script their streams, and I feel like I already know what I want to do on the stream, what I want to talk about, what are the topics. So it's like, why would I script it? You know, on a video where there's a nuanced topic, yeah, I'll script that on the main channel, but that's about it. I don't do cinematic scripts. You know, it's like I that's just not my style. I don't think there's nothing necessarily wrong with it, even scripting streams. I just feel like it's maybe strange for my taste.
Max is a full-grown adult man who is like a professional bodyguard. This kid's is another child who's still afraid of the dentist and probably still wearing Pampers and the head of the anime club. But he is still trying very hard to be like Jack Doherty. And the question needs to be asked, where are their parents? Where in the fucking world are these kids' parental figures?
Do you think I'd go fine? Do you?
All right, hold up.
Do you?
Don't do that again.
Hold up. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Bro, what the fuck?
Let's go.
Trying to act so tough.
I couldn't imagine anything more painful as a parent than seeing your son like this, or any of the kids in this group here. It'd be less shameful if they were just addicted to heroin.
This is honestly the most shameful thing in my opinion. I wouldn't like to catch myself jerking my son jerking off, but that would still be better than this shit where it affects other people. You know, this is horrible, man. Holy shit, kid! Yeah, do you like play games? I was contemplating, you know, starting to play games on this live stream, but I thought that was inauthentic since I do believe that games are for the most part a waste of time a lot of the times, and I speak that as a video game addict all my childhood, right? Um, yeah, maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 that has a really good story. But realistically, I still like I still like would love to play some video games, right? It's like it's a bad habit, old habit I don't want to pick up back again. And I know for content would be interesting, but I don't know, man. I started streaming on Kick not even a month ago, so it's like I'm still figuring out what I want to do here. Maybe like if there'll be a lot of interest for some certain video games, maybe one day. I'll see.
I know a lot of people default to blaming the parents here because that's a really easy thing to point the finger at, especially with so many parents just sitting their kids in front of an iPad and letting them doom scroll the internet and letting the internet raise their kids. But in a case like this, I don't necessarily know if that's 100% how this happened. I think even if you're someone who's very active in their kids' lives, they can just stumble across something like a kick streamer like Jack Doherty
Yeah.
and see him flexing his wealth and
That's
be,
true.
you know, blown away by that, getting stars in their eyes and be like, I want to be like that. And no matter what the parent does, they can't really snap them out of it. That's just something the kid's going to have to learn through failure and learning that they're going to end up alone and a loser by trying to be like Jack Doherty. But I think there is a clear problem here that the parents aren't here. Like, they're just letting their 11-year-olds wander around IRL streaming.
Yeah.
Under no circumstances should a child of this age be fucking IRL streaming all.
I agree with him, man. What the fuck? 11-year-old IRL streaming bothering adult people, and provoking. What the fuck, dude? Is streaming your passion or hobby? I'd say. Oh, actually, hold on a second. What's the difference between a passion or a hobby? What's the difference behind that? That's like interesting. So basically, I started streaming a month ago because I used to stream on Twitch back in 2021 till 2023. I used to stream a lot of video games and all of that, and I used to stream in Czech Republic, so the European audience and all that. Now I'm streaming for an English audience, right? So it's like English speaking audience. This is worldwide, which I prefer. I started my YouTube channel a year and a half ago, which is all about fitness, self improvement, podcasts with millionaires, like Max Lewis and all the other people I did. All of this, and I don't know what my goal is with streaming. I see like a lot of people that found me from YouTube are DMing me on Instagram, etc., or on Twitter, and I just look for a way to connect with my audience on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. So I think that the streams are like a good way. So sometimes I stream on Kick, sometimes I stream on X, Twitter, sometimes I stream on Instagram, and sometimes rarely, very rarely, but I used to stream on TikTok. I never used to stream on YouTube. I don't like YouTube streaming. But yeah, other than that, I'll see, man. I'll see.
Kick. Kick is a platform that actually has child predators on it. There was a whole expose video about a big streamer who was legit.
Guys, I'm not a child predator, right? Even though I might be on Kick. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. I started streaming on Kick a month ago, and everybody starts talking about like how bad Kick is as soon as I started, It's like, I kind of like this platform. Fuck's sakes, bro.
A fucking predator. And their kids are now streaming IRL on that platform right now. And even on any platform, I don't think any kids should be doing any kind of streams like this. So I really am curious why the parents aren't more present in their life to allow them to stream for hours like this. That's just downright irresponsible, 100%. But I don't necessarily blame them for the kid trying to be a Jack Doherty clone, a bootleg Jack Doherty. That's something that even if the parents were monitoring their internet usage, he may have just stumbled across through TikTok or Twitter or something and then just got hooked on it. And that's a hard thing to stop as a parent. I do understand that.
I mean, once your kid is addicted to this type of shit and he loves it, it's like the internet has got him. Like, it's not your child anymore. It's Jack Doherty's fucking child. It's these influencers' child at this point, bro. This is what happens with Andrew Tate, etc. Holy.
But they definitely need to know that this is not acceptable behavior or normal behavior for kids to be doing. Fucking streaming, being an asshole. Come on. The parents definitely got to step up here and do something, I would say. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be the last time we see a kid start to do streams like this. I really do think that streamers like Jack Doherty...
I think that this is going to keep on happening with more and more kids, which is fucking... There has to be one moment that will happen when somebody like actually beats up a kid and ends him up in the hospital. and then the other kids will finally like see that people are actually serious. Like, don't fuck with adult fucking people that are have a bad day at work and they actually don't have time for some 11-year-old stealing their food. Holy shit.
Keep name dropping, but it's just so clear his
Yeah.
influence on this kid's life really do create further degenerates. They just continue this cycle of degeneracy by making more people like this. And it sucks. That shit is terrible. So hopefully I'm wrong and we won't see more cases like this. But man, it's still awful. Even with just one case, that one kid was inspired enough to start trying to do the same thing.
I'll agree with Charlie on
It's
this.
sad to see. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. That's about it. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna like this video, man. Honestly, I do absolutely agree with him, man. Like, I don't even know what to say about this, you know? Like, it's like, what can you do about it? You know that kids will start doing it. More and more kids will do it. It's like, I don't wish anything bad about these kids and something bad happening, but at the end of the day, if something bad happens to them, like, do you feel they're really that bad, you know? It's like, he had it coming, you know? Somebody, like, punches a kid for stealing his food. It's like, you started it, kiddo, you know? Holy shit. Obviously, something you do for enjoyment, but it doesn't hold significant importance in your life. You pursue in your freedom. Hobby. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. And passion is deep feeling or enthusiasm for someone, something. When you engage in something you are passionate about, you invest more time and efforts into it. Yeah, money is supposed to. Yeah. I don't know. I'd say a passion is like most important. Like self-improvement, fitness, and helping people improve their lives, etc. And I feel like I've made really good progress with that in all the realms: financial, physical, social. And usually I just want to talk about, like, on these streams they're more chill. Like, on my YouTube channel, I actually am trying to talk about a nuanced topic that somebody might be struggling with, and I feel like on these live streams, this is like something that we just talk about the news. What's my opinion on it? What's going on in the world? Like, it's a lot of like crazy shit that's going on right now. It's like, that's what I think about it. Everything is good until we're doing it in our romance. We don't have to disrespect anyone. Yeah, I agree with that. Listen, I'm not out here to pick on anyone, right? If I disagree with something that somebody does, it's like, okay, I'll disrespect this kid because he disrespects someone else. Like, what the fuck, man? That's like, if somebody's doing something objectively bad, I think it's okay to insult them. Like, you don't go around stealing people's food, right? Like, that's just wrong. But when you think about it in the other way, I'm thinking, man, everybody has a different life story. Everybody's going through something different. So it's like, I can't really judge their life decisions. It's like, this kiddo might have had a completely different life story than me. He may have been from a rich family and he's never suffered consequences. And maybe God is letting him do this so he can learn a life lesson that you don't fuck around. You don't fuck with people, It's like, maybe, man. I don't know. And these kids are more, yeah. Yeah, these kids are fucking crazy, man. Yeah, anyways, I want to watch something, but I forgot. Give me a second. Can't find the video that I want to show y'all. Give me a second. So, yeah. So everybody knows that, like, what happened with Wes Watson, right? Finally found it. Wes Watson beating that guy up in the fucking gym, right? That was like crazy, but what I did want to watch is what Penguin wanted to say about, basically Charlie. What he wanted to say about this situation, because I saw Greg Doucette speak about it. I saw a lot of people talk about it, but I'm curious what Charlie has to say about it. Yeah, and if you steal someone's food from someone, you should return and buy new for them and say sorry. This kid doesn't have the humility to do that. Like, it's, yeah, of course you should, or like, you shouldn't steal their food in the first place. But it's like, Do you think this kid is the type of kid to like return the food to someone? It's like this kid, fuck you, bitch, and he was threatening to punch her. This kid actually like he just really has no humility whatsoever. It's like he has such an ego that somebody needs to teach him a lesson. I'll be honest about it. I don't think that's a bad thing. Anyways, let's watch this video about Wes Watson. Another guy that thinks another tough guy, right? Bro, he beat up a disabled guy at the gym, or disabled. He said he had mental health issues, etc. I don't know what's the story about him, right? But he beat up some guy in the gym for basically nothing. Man, we'll see. And the worst thing about it is, I used to respect Wes Watson, but after this one, man, fucking hell.
The Gadoosh god Wes Watson has just had a crazy development in his lore as he continues to spiral. He has become an impressive clown. Now, I made a video a little over a month ago kind of bringing you all up to speed on the story, the anime arc of Wes Watson. The sensitive Sigma Watson does your standard guru scamming tactics where he sells these garbage classes and courses on how to be a multi-millionaire who gets more ass than a toilet seat.
What's your suggestion?
He sells this invaluable knowledge for thousands upon thousands of dollars, preying upon gullible, desperate men who look at videos of Wes Watson's fake lifestyle and rented mansion with stars in their eyes, thinking they're only one Zoom meeting away from achieving that for themselves. So they toss their wallet at the computer screen, hoping to latch on to Wes Watson's juiced out bosom to suckle a bit of success from it, and he drains their...
Bro, Charlie's analogies are like weird always, but I kind of get it. The thing is, like, Wes Watson has made millions in a single month, right? So it's like, he knows something about business. So discrediting that just because you don't like the guy is unprofessional. What Charlie did here, and Charlie is the last thing but professional, right? But listen, he might have actually turned some people into millionaires. That might have actually turned a lot of people, helped them make a lot of money, right? I've personally learned a lot from investing in myself, you know, mentorships, communities, bro. I was able to leave high school because I was making more money than my teacher because of that. So it's like, I made a lot of progress thanks to that. But what I will say, however, is, yeah, don't judge somebody's program and somebody's knowledge if you haven't seen it yourself at all, you know. You should add some stuff in your channel. It would really enhance your stream. Like what? Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of think I know what you mean. Yeah, I'll see. I mean, I'm still working on it, but to be honest, I'm not really trying to grow a new audience on Kick. Just like, you know, bring my old audience onto Kick, which, like, I don't even have a streaming schedule. I just stream every single day at random times. So it's like my audience don't even know at what time do I stream. I need to work on all this stuff.
Bank, and they say thank you for it. They get nothing in return, but Wes Watson gets very rich off of his little pay piggies. That's the whole scam. We all know how it works. But what makes Wes Watson so special is that he's not afraid to show his sensitive side. He is constantly Redditors and people on Instagram, so he directly messages pretty much everyone who makes fun of him, and it's what makes him such an entertaining clown. So the video I made talking about gadooshing, well, that came from him, because he was talking about how Redditors were gadooshing him. It's just so entertaining listening to him bitch and...
I don't even know what that means.
...and rant and spiral into lunacy, but he did recently find himself in a serious situation, which is what we're here to talk about today. He has some charges filed against him, if you can believe that. He already spent 10 years in the slammer before, where he'd brag about how flexible his asshole was, hooping his paperwork, and...
Oh, God.
Wes, it's looking like you might need to start getting back on those Kegels. You might need to start working out that sphincter again, because these charges are serious.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. Like banner panels, profile picture overlays, etc. Yeah, I agree with that, to be honest. I used to have that. I feel like that's just too video game type stuff, you know. It's like, maybe. Well, straight, I'll make one for you at minimum cost. Yeah, look, I'm not really interested in investing in this Kick thing, to be honest. Kick is not even my main focus, so... Nah, sorry. Won't give you my Discord either. But anyways, I'm not really interested in like, you know, putting all my focus into Kick right now, so... Yeah.
It's always the people you least expect, huh?
Where's the police report? Are there charges being pressed, right? Well, I have it all, and I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm gonna go over it with you. This is an open case. I'm working on the full footage, censoring it in a way so I don't get in legal trouble, and I'm gonna put it out on here, and then later, when I can actually release the whole thing, I'm gonna put it on X uncensored. When I'm allowed to.
Last time
Yeah, on X you can put a lot of stuff on X, so yeah.
on Whiny Watson, I also briefly mentioned John Bravo. John Bravo has a channel that has done extremely good coverage on Wes Watson's embarrassing descent into madness. And John Bravo has a great video here where he is going over the footage to the best of his ability, as well as the police report from Wes Watson and his group of lobotomites assault on someone that actually took up Wes Watson's common challenge of fighting him. So, let me go ahead and tell you how we got here, the context. About a week ago, maybe a little over a week ago, there was footage as well as Wes Watson's testimonials about this, that someone had confronted him at the gym, a 7-foot monster is what he was referred to as, and Wes Watson beat his ass. And there was like some stills that floated around, but no one had like the full picture, and some people were calling it fake. Well, John Bravo did some digging, and he got all of the footage, which he is saying he's going to release the full uncensored version once he's able to make sure that he's not going to get in trouble for it, and also has the police report, which he goes over in this video, which we will also go over as well.
The first thing I want you guys to see, I have to obviously black out the person's name, the police report number. See where it says disposition pending? That means the case is open, all right? And the other thing I'm going to tell you ahead of time is I'm going to go to the bottom and read you one part, then I'm going to go back to the start, okay? Because I know a lot of people are impatient. They want to watch 3 seconds and leave, okay? When the victim was asked if he wanted to press charges, the victim stated yes. And he was jumped by multiple people and was not just a 1-versus-1 battle.
Now, the gist of it is, the reason the 7-foot monster was there in the first place is because he went there to actually take up Wes Watson on his challenge. Wes Watson has been wishing for hair for many, many moons now, but the only wish that's actually being granted is someone actually taking him up on this. So the 7-foot monster shows up, and Wes Watson doesn't actually fight him one-on-one. So he actually just gets ganged up on.
Hold on, man. In the video, he did fight him one-on-one.
By Wes and 3 of his buddies who are hitting him with dumbbells, weight belts, and it's just brutal. And imagine being that pathetic worm that flexes about this, because Wes Watson was making it sound like he was some kind of hero and this was all self-defense. He made it sound like he fought this guy with the Knight's Code of Honor. Like a 1v1 pugilistic fisticuffs, the old-fashioned way. That's a load of fucking barnacles right there. That's just fanfic, because what actually happened is Wes Watson got to hide behind his friends and they just ganged up on this guy. Imagine being such a pitiful fucking vermin that you challenge someone to a fight and then bring 3 other dudes with you to help fight that guy with you. It's so cringe, which is Wes Watson in a nutshell.
The suspect stated the victim walked up to him stating he wanted to fight. The suspect stated they began to fight verbally and then escalated to physical. The victim stated he doesn't know who the victim is and he never seen him before. When asked if he wanted to press charges, he said no, this is Wes Watson. They asked him if he wants to press charges. Wes Watson says no, and he never seen him before. Units then spoke to the victim, the 7-foot monster, who stated he was told by the suspect to come fight him via Instagram. We know how Wes challenges all of us on Instagram. He did it to me, the piece of shit, but I knew not to go in because his goons, security, and his bullshit weapons pulling out the shit out of the purse.
I love the way John Bravo calls him a piece of shit all the time. He also calls him Peg Watson pretty often, and it just always makes me giggle just listening to him always slide in, you piece of shit, to Wes Watson. But anyway, what he is describing here was Wes Watson saying, like, he didn't know the suspect he was working out. This guy came over and said he wants to fight him. Well, the reason he came over and said he wants to fight him is because Wes Watson had challenged him, and he actually showed the Instagram messages that confirmed, yep, this was like a prearranged thing where Wes does the standard Wes thing of saying, come fight me. And the guy showed up, he said, bet, I'm here to fight. So he walked over to him, they had like a really brief verbal back and forth, and the victim did give him like a little shove, but to me it looks like he backed off, looking to try and de-escalate things. I think he wasn't really there to fight. I think he was there more just to confront a bully. I think that's what he was doing, because it doesn't look like he went over there to try and just beat Wes Watson's ass out of nowhere. Like, he didn't throw any sucker punches or anything from the footage that's been released. He goes over there, it's a verbal back and forth, and then he gives him like a little shove and then steps away. And then after he does that, that's when Wes Watson and his boys just go ballistic on him. Wes Watson strikes him in the face with a weight belt multiple times, and then all hell breaks loose.
When units looked at the victim's phone, it shows the victim messaging the suspect to fight him. The victim then stated he went to the gym to confront the suspect. So now we have the motive. So he wanted to go to the gym and fight Wes, because Wes has been challenging all of us to come there. So he went to fight him. But I don't think he knew it wasn't a one-on-one battle with Mr. Pegged Watson.
It wasn't even a battle at all. It was checkmate before the game even started, because Wes was traveling with 3 of his friends that were using weapons to defend Wes Watson, even though there wasn't really a threat to defend him from, at least not in my eyes. So like that initial shove, that is instigating for sure. I get that. They're in a verbal argument, but after the shove, he backs off. And it doesn't look like he ever planned on like striking at Wes until the weight belt hits him in the head twice. They then get into a verbal argument, and then he kind of like falls forward at Wes Watson. Maybe he's kind of lunging at him, but it also looks like his friend hit him with a dumbbell and it sent him forward, so it's kind of hard to tell. But what is irrefutable is that after that lunge, he falls to the ground, and then Wes and his friends hit him with dumbbells and weight belts for a very long period of time, and it ends with the victim kind of hunched over like this on the ground, all bloodied and bruised, and Wes Watson comes out of nowhere with a soccer kick to the fucking skull. That is a move that kills people. That is oftentimes fatal. And according to John Bravo in the full footage, there are 4 or 5 soccer kicks to the head of this guy.
Wes Watson, the victim, stated they got in a verbal fight, which escalated to physical. The victim was stating that he was hit by a belt and then jumped by multiple people and hit by weights. When asked if he wanted to press charges, the victim stated yes. He was jumped by multiple people and it wasn't versus
this
one.
is dirty.
After
This is dirty as hell, man.
viewing CCTV footage of the incident, so the cops watch the CCTV footage. The victim places his phone down next to a weight machine as if he was attempting to record the encounter.
So he obviously recorded this knowing full well that he wanted to film his confronting of Wes Watson. So now we know why it was being recorded. It wasn't like a staged thing, which is what a lot of people thought it might have been when this initially started to float around. It's all very real and all confirmed in the police report here.
The suspect then swings the belt towards the victim's head, appearing to hit him. The suspect and victim continue to argue verbal. The suspect then turns around and starts to walk away from the victim with his back towards the victim. The victim then rushes towards the suspect and attempts to strike the suspect in the head with his fist, but appears to miss. All right, so that portion of the footage I'm going to show you guys. So after Wes hit him with that belt 2 times, right? That asshole with the dumbbell, his butt buddy, was behind him. And I can't tell if he hit him with it or not, but it lunged him forward, and then he went back to get Wes, but he didn't even make it like a foot or 2, and Wes took him down.
It's just kind of hard to tell. He does have a dumbbell, and he does go off camera, and I can kind of see like the dumbbell on the back of the guy's shirt. So it looks like he got struck by the dumbbell, but it's hard to tell because it's censored here, and I don't have the full thing yet, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. I can kind of see arguments for like, oh, the 7-foot monster started it. This is kind of on him. Wes Watson was well within his right to defend himself. That would almost work if the rest of the video footage wasn't there, which is why when Wes Watson was talking about it, he made sure you didn't see the whole picture, because the guy is on the ground, covered up, fetal position, just trying to like protect his head, and Wes and his friends punch, kick, and strike him with weapons for an extremely long period of time, even though it's very clear this fight is over. Also, it's a fight Wes Watson himself fucking agreed to, it seems. A one-on-one. But it actually was never one-on-one, because Wes, you can't 1v1. He'll never meet you on Rust. He's always going to bring his whole crew with him. So the guy showed up for the fight with Wes, but got gangbanged instead.
This is clear to show just because you got muscle doesn't mean that you're a tough guy. He's a pussy. He's a muscular pussy, bro. Holy shit. I bet he didn't box in his life, bro. I bet he didn't, bro. Holy shit.
One-on-one, because Wes, you can't 1v1. He'll never meet you on Rust. He's always going to bring his whole crew with him. So the guy showed up for the fight with Wes, but got gangbanged instead.
Yeah.
The suspect instantly reacts and gets the victim on the ground and begins to strike the victim in the head and face numerous times with his hands. Yeah, I counted 45 fucking times. After the victim being
Holy
hit numerous times, all you can see is the
45.
victim on his knees, protecting his face and not fighting back.
45 punches. Are you fucking correct? Oh shit.
His eyes were being gouged, his ponytails were being pulled. Dirty shit. He's being held down by his buddies. They're all taking a little lick in, a kick here, a kick there. The suspect then stopped hitting the victim, and the victim stopped protecting his face. That's that part with the kick, and attempted to stand up. The suspect then walked over and kicked the victim in the face with force. That's that soccer kick. But prior to that soccer kick, there was 4 soccer kicks, 3 or 4 hard ones to his face.
No exaggeration, that kind of kick kills people. Straight up. That has put people in the dirt thousands of times over. And this fight is clearly done. There's no more threat to Wes or his group of goofballs. There's no threat there at all. It's done. And Wes Watson comes back like a post-credit scene to deliver one more soccer kick to this man's skull, which literally could have just killed him.
Yeah.
But I've still seen people just try and say that everything that happened here is justifiable as self-defense for Wes Watson.
No, it isn't.
The guy came up to him and started it.
This is not justifiable.
But I just don't fully agree with that, because I feel like the fight is over when 4 people are collectively beating a man with weapons on the ground. Like, I think the fight's done. There's not really a threat to defend yourself from. Also, you were the one that agreed to a 1v1 fight, and then it wasn't 1v1.
Yeah.
And also, the guy never actually even struck Wes. There's that brief moment where he kind of like lunges at him, but that's also possible he was falling after getting hit by that dumbbell. It's hard to tell. But no matter how hard you try and justify it, there's no amount of mental gymnastics that could possibly justify that final kick from Wes. Because again, he crawls away on his fucking hands and knees. This is clearly over. Wes Watson's fucking friends have even left at this point, but he still comes back around like a jump scare to deliver that soccer kick, which could have just been fatal. So there's just no way anyone, not even Saul fucking Goodman, could make a convincing argument that that still falls under self-defense. Even Wes Watson's own friends have left. And he has crawled away on his hands and knees, not even looking at you. You come back to attack him.
While he was already done, and they didn't say it in here. I'm going to show it to you guys in the footage. The victim stated at the hospital that he wants to press charges. When he was first put on the ground and stated he was telling the suspect to stop. Victim had the left side of his face very swollen lips, and was bleeding from the nose and mouth. Charges are being pressed. The case is open. I have the body cam footage coming. I have the full fight footage coming.
John Bravo goes on to explain why he's releasing all of this to the public, explaining that he believes that it's a good service to allow people to form their own opinions on something like this. And I think he's absolutely right. Though I don't know how anyone can form the opinion that Wes Watson was in the right here. Again, if the whole footage didn't exist, you could maybe say that there was self-defense at play. Wes Watson feared for his life after someone accepted his challenge of fighting him one-on-one, thus they had to gangbang the guy. Okay, maybe you could stretch for something there, but I think having the rest of the footage, at least for me, has 100% solidified Wes Watson as a big bitch. He issues these challenges. Someone finally accepted it, and then Wes Watson has his 3 friends help him beat that guy's ass. And that guy never even struck Wes, at least not in any of the footage that's been released. There's that one tiny shove, and then he like kind of lunges at Wes Watson, but doesn't land any punches or anything at all. Immediately covers up because 4 people are now attacking him. And 4 people immediately get ready to attack him the second that he tells Wes Watson that he's up to actually take that fight. So yeah, what a piece of shit. Big old piece of shit. Classic Wes Watson. That's really about it. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Wes Watson's fucking pathetic, bro. Holy shit. This is actually crazy. See what this guy... What was the guy's name? Fuck's sakes. Wes
Now, the footage. I truly feel that.
So we finally have the full footage. Let's see. This is the unaltered from the cell phone, zoomed in, enhanced video. Yeah, this is great.
You know, people need to see this footage not watered down.
Yeah.
Wes goes, roll through. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Monster says time and place.
Think he on purpose walks with his friend there only because just in case, you know what I mean? So holy shit.
Last time I was goofing on Whiny Watson, I also briefly mentioned John Bravo. John Bravo has a channel that has done extremely good coverage on Wes Watson's embarrassing descent into madness.
Remember a couple.
Okay, so boys, give me a second. I need to put some fire on some wood on my fireplace. Okay, boys, so I just brought myself some fucking cheese. Let me just quickly rename this live stream. Or like, you know, just like put a different title on it because I feel like this is I feel like this is quite important so that people know what we're actually talking about in this live stream. So give me a second. Give me a quick second, guys. So I was muted the whole time. Fuck sakes, bro. Let me just refill my water at the same time. I just bring myself some cheese here. Rename the live stream. Give me a quick second, boys. Okay, so I'm back. Let's watch this motherfucker.
Months ago, pegged Watson, that purse wearing, weapon having, gang banging piece of shit, which I don't even have to call him it now, because everyone calls him that.
I love the way John Bravo calls him a piece of shit all the time.
Yeah.
He also calls him Pegged Watson pretty often, and it just always makes me giggle just listening to him always slide in, you piece of shit, to Wes Watson.
Well, remember he challenged me to a fight. He didn't like the shit that I was talking online because I like to talk a lot of shit, but he took it to a different level. He challenged me to a fight. He sends me a DM, tells me show up or shut up. He gave me the place and time, the gym that he's at. But then, because I love fucking with people. If you guys remember my days of doing the pranks and the Predator videos, I love shit like this.
Amy, get the
So I
fuck out.
tried to go send him a message back, and what happened? He blocked me like a little bitch. So he sends me a challenge, and then he blocks me. I make a video online, it gets thousands of views, and then others decided they want to challenge him. And now we have a 7-foot monster. Ted wanted to go challenge him in person, but I don't think he knew that Wes Watson doesn't play fair. He pulls out weapons out of his purse like a little woman, and then he has his butt buddies join in to help. He don't play fair. He only fights dirty.
Everybody send this video to your favorite Wes Watson call out dude and tell him to suck my fucking dick and pull the fuck up. Straight up. Just tell him to stop talking. He gave you the address and the time. Go see if he's there, because he will be there.
People meet me there when I clearly say, follow me out of the parking lot. We won't have any problems at the gym.
Every day,
You can follow me down the street.
when I
You can
pull
get
up,
what
I'm
the
just
fuck you want,
hoping
bitch.
But if you want,
pussy
you
ass
can come down to that
bitches
address
online
and get your
was
ass
just man
fucking
enough
shown.
for me.
Man, this shit is crazy, dude. What the fuck? Amy, get the fuck out of here. I'm not giving you my cheese. Get out.
Respect and held their word and came and kicked my motherfucking ass. I just wish.
Let me just see this. Interesting.
My motherfucking ass. I just wish there were still men that would hold their word. I would respect them if they just pulled up and handled business.
Nah, man, this is not how we show respect. By fucking doing this shit, this is not respect. What the fuck are you talking about? Let me bring myself a banana too, guys, so I can properly snack while watching this motherfucker. Okay, so I'm back. Let's keep watching.
You know, it's almost disappointing. Thought more of you guys.
Now, I think people are forgetting something. This isn't an attack. Just him working out in the gym, minding his business. No, he invited the monster to come to fight him. So where does the self-defense part come into this when you're people and thousands of people and somebody decides to show up? But now I have the conversation that he had with the monster, and I'm going to read it to you. So now I want you guys to notice something first. Look at the DM. It's blocked. This little bitch loves blocking people after he sends them a
Yeah, this is crazy.
challenge. Big Monster sends him a DM, and it says, yo, pussy, you want to fight? Why don't you pick on someone your own size like me? Wes goes, roll through. Stop talking. Monster says, time and place. Wes says 8 a.m. weekdays and weekends at the gym. Weirdos writing people they don't even know shit like this broke-ass motherfucker. So now, like I was saying earlier, is this still self-defense when you're inviting people there and then they show up and you...
I mean, I'd say that it's still self-defense, kind of. When, okay, you issue a challenge and then you just defend yourself, yeah. It's like, it's okay, you challenge people to a fight, then you fight. That's fair, but this, what Watson didn't do was fight fair. That's the last thing he did.
The self-defense part come into this. Want to fight? Stop talking. Monster says time and place. Wes says 8 a.m. week.
I love how he talks about him as monster.
People they don't even know shit like this broke-ass motherfucker. So now, like I was saying earlier, is this still self-defense?
Yeah, man, holy shit, dude. Hey, or he's a scammer. Don't add him, my son in the stream is scamming. Yeah, yeah, I know these scammers, you know. It's probably not even Chloe. It's probably some dude. Yeah, I know. I'm not that stupid. Don't worry about it, man. How you doing, Gene James? James, what are you doing, man? How you doing?
You're inviting.
We watching Wes Watson and his self-defense. 5 minute long of sucker punching and attacking a dude with a belt and a fucking dumbbell and shit, bro. Holy fucking gangbanging on him. This is yeah, this is crazy.
People there, and then they show up, and you got your weapons and your goons and your security. Because remember, guys, when he challenged me, I went and talked to one of the trainers there. He said, John, don't you dare show up. If you show up, it's a setup. He's got his goons. He's got his security. The guy doesn't play fair. Don't even bother wasting your time. And this guy obviously didn't know that. He went there, and we are where we're at now. So you know what's funny? I was thinking about this. My favorite movie as a kid was The Karate Kid. Remember when those goons, the bullies, the Cobra Kai, the assholes, remember when they cornered Daniel after the Halloween dance at the fence and they all tag team him? And then Johnny was going to come and finish him, just like we saw Wes finishing him, which you guys are going to see here shortly, how bad he tried to finish the monster, kicking him in the head.
How about a front kick, Johnny?
Old school scene.
Get him up.
It reminds me of that situation. And I remember Mr. Miyagi going to see the biggest asshole of them all after it happened, Sensei Kreese, and he told him, listen, you know what the problem was? It was a 5-to-1 problem. There's no problem if it was a one-on-one. But the issue is when you gangbang somebody. That's the problem.
1-to-1 problem, yes. 5-to-1 problem. Too much ask anyone.
Now, the footage. I truly feel that, you know, people need to see this footage not watered down. And I've been fighting with YouTube the past few days to put this up in so many different ways so that you guys can watch it. But I feel like no matter what I do, you're never going to have the scope of how brutal this really was unless you watch it full and uncensored. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it here, censored, you know, in a certain way that I can actually show it. But then it's going to be on X. I'm going to put here on the screen my X account. It's going to be on X by the end of the week, so follow that. It's going to be uncensored because, again, you guys are going to watch this now, but it doesn't do it justice of how brutal this truly was. Let's watch this together.
Oh, so hold on just a second. Let me find him on X because I really want to see this, man. Shit, this whole thing, you know. Iron Mag Labs. Is this it? This is not you, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Oh no, this is something else. Okay, so John Bravo. Fuck, dude, I was muted once again. Anyways, I found John Bravo and the uncensored thing on Twitter, so let's watch it.
Remember when those goons, the bullies, the Cobra...
Let's see. Dude.
So if you see here...
Okay, so just before this, I gave credit to Johnny Bravo, so he doesn't strike this, okay? So I give credit to John Bravo.
You can see the little bitch boy take out the watch and put it in his pocket because he knows what he's gonna do.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
Wait a second. Did you guys hear that? I think he used the N-word, this piece of shit. Let's go back and listen.
Fuck it.
Now take a look. You see the monster lunge forward. I can't tell if he's going after Wes or if he's being pushed from this footage, but you can see the hassle with the dumbbell in his hand, with his arm around his back, and then Wes is pulling his ponytail. And then the
Holy
biggest
shit.
pussy of them all, this fat.
Dude, can you stop, bro? John, I just want to watch the video. I don't want to see your dumbass dog. Come on, man.
He throws a kick to make it look like he did something, the piece of shit. And then over here,
Holy shit.
you got Wes on top throwing over 45
Dude.
punches right here alone, poking in his eyes and pulling his hair. And this other asshole with the
This is
dumbbell
dirty.
still in his hand.
This is fucking dirty, dude. The fuck? Dude.
And then
I'm worried that the fucking janitor didn't get his ass beat, bro, by these goons, bro. What the fuck?
from
Holy
the gym
shit.
came to pull Wes off of him. And then Wes pushed him away and they kept on holding him down.
Dude. Holy fuck. This is crazy, man. This is fuck- Dude, even my dog is like, what the hell is going on? Holy shit. Dude. No. Nah, man.
And right when you think it's over, having taken over 50 shots to the head and 7
Dude.
soccer kicks by Wes alone, he wasn't finished yet.
This is crazy, man. Dude, this is crazy. Hell nah, man, this is crazy. Honestly. What the fuck, dude?
At the end here, you can see this little fat pig with a smile on his face.
Yeah. The fuck, man?
And then, look over here. You see that little
Stop.
thing on the floor? That's a piece of his ponytail.
Ah.
He pulled it out of his head, that asshole.
Fucking hell, what the fuck, dude?
So after
That's
watching
crazy.
that footage, you know, something that's been on my mind that's lost in all this for the past few months. I've been covering this story for 2 months now. Remember in the beginning, I was joking around, having a good time, calling him a piece of shit, calling him all these names, making up the nursery rhymes, right? It was a good time. But now, look how far this story has got and look where it could be end up.
Yeah,
But what's lost?
man.
Especially those who watched Wes Watson in the beginning. Remember when he was out on the park bench, no money, no nothing, giving people great advice, using his charisma for good instead of what we see now for evil.
We totally take away the power of the moment. So I would, since I got my money through ill-gotten means, I could be at the nicest place and not even enjoy it. But now, since I went and sat down for a while, since I really look inside and I look for the deeper meaning and shit, I withdraw from pleasure a lot so that when I go do these things, it has much more power, has a more
Nah, man,
profound
he's a
effect,
bitch.
and it
He's
just
a
feels
pussy.
greater.
He had a way of convincing people, right? But then success came, money came,
Yeah.
it went to his head, and this is who
And again, it didn't change him. It just showed people who he really was. It's an amplifier. So yeah.
we have now, and how is this situation going to affect him in the future? I always say maybe he can learn from this. Maybe it can make him
Nah. Hope he goes
want to
to jail.
change, but maybe that person we saw was always the true him. But let me know what you guys think. But again, if this doesn't change him, he's going to end up in prison getting pegged again.
Yeah, getting back again because he was already in jail and he already was getting fucked by men in jail before. So this is nothing new for him, I believe. Okay, now, bro, what the fuck is going on with Twitter, bro? I just want to look at the comments on this thing. So let's see. So we just watched a thing on YouTube. So we don't need that. Well, thanks to Moist Square. Yeah. Okay. West needs to be locked up in jail, missing work. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Wait, self-defense mask. Yeah. So everybody seems to have a brain in this comment section. Nobody tries to defend this criminal, which is good. Yeah, man. Again, I don't know what to think about this, man. It's just a pussy ass dickhead bullying people, getting what he deserves from it. You know, like he deserves all the flack he's getting from people, and hope he ends up in jail, and hope he's gonna get raped and shit. I hope he gets that because he deserves that. Nothing much, guys. Don't be bullies. Catches up, okay. So yeah, what is the man, boys? This was an interesting live stream. So see you all on the next one. God bless y'all.